What's up, Facebook Live? Late night Saturday evening. Hope everybody had a blessed and fantastic Saturday afternoon. I can see you guys log in here. Awesome movie today, Unsinkable. I want to give you some insights on that. But we just sat here and did a rest and reset day today. Lots of deep inner work, focusing on mindset all day today, focusing on connection. So I see you got my softball jersey on here, my lucky number 3. You can see that on there. But I wanted to come here tonight and share some of these powerful insights from Sonia Riccati. I never heard this woman before. Had an email come into my inbox today as I was going through a bunch of catch up on paperwork and some follow up on emails and all this stuff. I said, this thing sounds very interesting. So I watched it the first time and then we watched it together tonight for a second recap to really ingrain what the messages were. So happy Saturday, everybody. 227 of 366 Facebook Lives. Good to see you. Good to see you. I see you logging on here. Should make your comments. I know there's been some crazy stuff going on here with the Facebook Lives lately. I see the bubble come up and then poof, it disappears. Then sometimes the comments show up, sometimes the comments. So if you're logging on here, please comment below. I'd love to hear your comments and your feedback. But today's message was super powerful. Unsinkable was the message from the voice that she received, Sonia Riccati. She talks about a lot of her experiences through life. There's some powerful speakers in this movie. I know Jack Canfield, Les Brown, John Assaraf. There's a whole bunch of people here. Gina, you're going to absolutely love this movie. I got your email address from Kathy. I'll shoot you over a link to this movie. Super powerful insights, very deep. And I know the old self would have never understood what they were talking about in this movie. But the new self, I was very aware of what they were talking about. And then the second time around, we broke it down. Each one of us had takeaways from it. I got a whole journal full of notes here just from the movie alone, from our takeaways, from the 3 of us that watched this. So me, Chuck, and Kathy watched it this evening. A lot of powerful insights here. Chris DeMoro, good to see you, brother. But the number one thing that we took away there, this woman's name was Rhonda. 14 years old on Father's Day. The father shot the mother in front of her and then killed himself in front of her, and she went 20 years before she was able to forgive. And that's the one story that really stuck out to me. I'm trying to imagine this in my mind, having somebody go through this experience, and I was like, how do you recover from that? And then she went on to be an outstanding author. She wrote some amazing books out there, but the one thing she said was forgiveness. I had to forgive. She drew this line on the paper. On the left-hand side, she said what she wanted to say to her father. On the right-hand side, said, I forgive you because, and she was allowing that space to let go. And what Kathy said was not only forgiving others, but forgiving yourself. So there's some deep insights right there when I was listening to Kathy afterwards talk about what she heard from that. And they talked about the loss of a lot of mothers on the show as well. So Kathy had a lot of breakthroughs with that as well. I know that I received 3 main things I want to focus on here. Forgiveness. How low you go is how high you will rise. How low you go is how high you will rise. So you technically don't have to hit rock bottom to go all the way to the top. Just because some people go that low, you don't have to go that low. If that's the space that you come to, guess what? There's only one way to go, and that's up. And the third thing is our mind is the source of all suffering. Our mind is the source of all suffering. So I was like, man, this movie was deep. So if you guys want to watch a deep movie and go into Unsinkable. So the voice spoke to her several years ago after she went through the experience of losing her mother, and she was walking up the stairs, and she also said staircases, from her mother said, staircases go up, staircases go down. And that's just like our lives, they go up and down all the time. So she came out, that voice spoke to her, said Unsinkable. She created this movie, she created a series behind this to go out there and empower yourself. And then I took away the 3 takeaways. Forgiveness. Number 1, we have to forgive other people. So many of us have gone through a lot of stuff. And he said between 3 and 8 years old, most of us go through some kind of a situation that we replay that story in the mind over and over again. And that's where the mind holds on to that emotional story. All suffering comes from the mind. And the last one was how low you go is how high you will rise. Good to see you, Juan Carlos. Happy Saturday, everybody. 227 of 366. Getting ready to go over here and ride this bike over here for a little bit. Just got doing a little bit of push-ups, a little bit of bench press work. My neck's still got the little kink in there, so I'm going to focus more on legs today and tomorrow. And get on that bike, get some cardio going. But 3 big takeaways from this movie Unsinkable tonight from Sonia Riccati. Number 1 is forgiveness. Number 2 is how low you go is how far you will rise. And the last one is our mind is the source of all suffering. So hope that some of this message is going to resonate with you, because our past exists only in our mind. If we stay in this present moment, a lot of those things from the past will never be able to be right here, because those happened yesterday, last week, when we were childhood, or somewhere in between. But we don't have to live in that space. Letting go was one of the big messages I got. How do we let go of that mind that keeps telling us all those things that we're not good enough, don't have enough, not enough time, not enough money, not enough love, not enough joy. But all those things, good to see you, Debbie, all those things that come in from the past all start from here in the mind. All suffering comes from the mind. So 3 big takeaways. Forgive yourself. Forgive others was number 1. Number 2 is how low you go is how high you're going to rise. And number 3 is all suffering comes from right here. The source is in the mind. There's a space between the mind and what we experienced. We get into that space, we can separate our feelings from that space. That's called emotional fitness. To let go of those things, I know for a lot of us, is a challenge. Don't say it's hard, because when you say it's hard, you shut the mind off. Say it's a challenge, your mind will go into that creative mode to solve the challenge. So good to see everybody here this Saturday. Hope you had a blessed and fantastic Saturday here. Today was a rest and reset day. Good to see you, James. I definitely slowed down today. Got caught up in a bunch of paperwork, a bunch of emails. Saw a bunch of stuff coming through. Connected with a bunch of people today. And just slow down. It was raining here all day, so we watched a couple of movies. Connect. Create. Contribute. The 3 C's. Book number 2 I just saw was on Amazon. The Rise is One, Book 2. I'll be sharing more of that once it's available with you guys. Ton of stuff going down right now. Got some people coming in from out of town. Got some people signed up for our next real estate class. Ton of stuff going down. But right now, today's messages: reset, recharge, recommit, recenter yourself. Get present to right here, right now, so you can disconnect from the mind and let go of all suffering starts in that mind. We can have a choice to decide to live there. They were talking about it. The choice is ours. Or we have the choice of letting go. Every one of us has that choice. We can be our story, or we can create our new reality. And that's what they shared in this movie, Unsinkable, by Sonia Riccati. I would encourage you guys to watch that movie. I'll post a link down below in this video. But the choice is ours. We can forgive ourselves. We can forgive others. How low you go is how high you're going to rise. And all suffering starts in the mind. So I hope you guys learned something from this message. I hope you heard something from this message. You heard something that resonates with you. Post below. Love to hear your comments. Love to hear the feedback, because life is always giving us feedback. Our time has come. Our time has come to rise as one. The choice is ours. What are we going to do with this? Decision time. Rapidly approaching. I've been hearing the buzz. I've been feeling the momentum. I've been seeing the progress. But our time has come to rise as one. I can see it. I can feel it. So I hope your families are well. Continue to say blessings for you. Continue to say prayers for you. For all those guys in the 333 meditation, we'll be doing that meditation tomorrow at 3:33. Continue to send out healing and blessings into this world. There's plenty of what's going wrong in the world, negative energy. We're going to flip the switch and get out of the mind, get into that present moment to be right here, right now. When it's all said and done together, We will rise as one. You guys have a blessed and fantastic Saturday. Go out there and get your workouts in, get your vitamin C in. We will see you guys tomorrow on Sunday. Be present with your families. Send out that love and that vibration of serving the underserved. And be present with our families is the gift. To be present with ourselves is the gift. And to surrender to the mind is the first step. Forgiving is the second step. And how low you go is how high you're going to rise. Keep showing up. They have not seen nothing yet. When it's all said and done together, we'll rise as one. Peace, guys. Have a great night. Love you.